As an integrative nutrition health coach and a certified holistic nutritionist, there's that fine line of, do I let my kids enjoy Halloween, or do I take their candy and give them something instead? So, for the last couple of years, my husband and I have done a swap with them. We've given them 6 houses, and let me clarify, they actually get 7 because they get to go to their grandparents' house. So, they get 7 houses, and that's the candy that they get from 7 houses. But this year, I have made a really interesting observation about my almost 7-year-old daughter. Since Halloween, and we don't let them come home and just eat the whole bucket. They're having that night of Halloween, they had a couple of treats, and then they're just having a couple of, they'll have a couple of treats every night after dinner. After they've had a good protein rich dinner, they're having a couple until it's gone. But this year, I've made some interesting observations about our daughter. She's 6, almost 7. And since Halloween, I have seen an increase in behavior issues with her. She's typically okay. She has her moments. We all do, right? But her behavior has been horrendous. And I've never seen this before from her. And so I keep thinking, I know in the health field that I'm in, I know that there is a direct correlation with red dye and behavior issues. And so after Saturday night, which was a brutal night with her, my husband and I sat down. We had taken stuff away. We had, as her punishment was, she had lost some privileges. So after she went to bed, my husband and I sat down and we said, I said, I think it's the red dye. I said, I don't think she has an ability to control her body when she has it. So we agreed that we didn't think that it was fair for her to lose the privileges, though we had conversations with her the next day and talked about how she wasn't going to be having her candy anymore that had red dye. We were going to take a break from it when we were going to see what, if we saw improvements in her behavior. The reason I'm telling you this story is because I want you to know you're not alone. If you're seeing behavior issues from your kids, or if you're getting information from your child's teacher that they're having a hard time staying focused, or they're having behavior problems, or you're seeing behavior problems at home, it's likely that it's the ingredients in the candy that they had from Halloween. I have a strong feeling, like I said, on Saturday night, my daughter's behavior was terrible. She had that on Saturday after lunch. We didn't even do it with her. We stopped doing it at dinner time because we noticed her behavior was so bad. We started saying, if you're having it, you're having it after lunch, then she has some time to run it off. She woke up on Sunday and her behavior wasn't great either. So I have a feeling it was still in her system, because by last night, Sunday night, she was much better. So that means Saturday afternoon, it took all the way until Sunday night for that to get out of her system and her to be back to normal. That's a lot. Their bodies are small, right? They take in a lot and they can't necessarily process all of that. It's heavily processed. Plus, you've got the ingredients like the red dye, you've got the high fructose corn syrup, a ton of added sugar, way more than their bodies can process. So I think that's what it is. So again, the reason I'm sharing with this with you is because I want you to know that that's what it could be. So a lot of times we're punishing our kids for their behavior when it's something that they really can't control, right? So just stop for a second next time your child is misbehaving and think in your head, when was the last time they ate? Did they eat something with red dye? Did they eat something with high fructose corn syrup? Did they eat something with a ton of added sugar? Do a little inventory in your head. And chances are there might be a correlation, and they might have had something that's causing that behavior. I know you might feel overwhelmed and not have any idea where to start. You might be thinking, but I want my kids to be able to enjoy Halloween and be a kid. I get that. But there also becomes a place and time where we have to be there for them, as far as we have to advocate for them and say, we know this isn't great for your body. I'm going to give you some, but I am not going to give you an entire bucket full and have you get sick and have you have a month long of behavior issues because you have so much candy that it lasts you a month. Just start to be more mindful of that, and I bet you will find a correlation. I am going to, in the comments, I am going to leave a link for you with candy options that don't have red dye in them, that don't have high fructose corn syrup, that don't have a ton of added sugar. Remember, women and children need to be keeping their added sugar at or below 25 grams of added sugar a day. So when you're having Halloween candy and 6 little caramels have like 17 grams of added sugar, that's pretty much their added sugar for the day, and that doesn't account for anything else that they need to eat throughout the day, and that's certainly not going to give them the nourishment that they need. So check out the link in the comments. Like I said, I'm going to give you a list of candy companies that do have, it's still candy. There's still sugar in there. They can still enjoy a treat, but the ingredients are a lot more nourishing to their bodies where they can still enjoy a treat. I hope that helps, and I would love to hear in the comments. Please tell me that I'm not alone and that you're experiencing the same thing. I want you to know that you're not alone if you're experiencing the same thing. So check out the link, and I hope that helps to you and your family's health. Take care.